Hello everybody, I'm the Nerdy Old Man, back again, playing Fallout New Vegas, with the You Only Live Once rule set, playing Honest Hearts. And I decided to practice this and just play it straight through, and quite honestly, there's like an hour and a half of gameplay. I mean, this is a very, very short DLC. So, I'm just going to try to break it up. I want to do, I'll have to see how it plays out. But today I want to do something a little bit different. Instead of playing the game, I want to tell the story of the Man in the Caves. As you play this DLC, you'll realize that there are legends of a spirit in the cave that protected the people in the valley. Well, that spirit was an actual man, and today we are going to be learning about him. And he left several survival caches around. And the first one can be found at the top of Angel Cave. So if you're looking for these things, this is going to be the hardest one to find. Anyway, back to where you met Joshua Graham, and you're going to go past him and out onto the ledge in the Eastern Virgin. And the first one can be found right here. It's marked by one handprint saying hands off. And here you'll find a whole bunch of weapons, flamer fuel, microfusion cells. I think there's a little bit of a randomness to it, but it's a lot of bullets. And I like to think this is where he was when the bomb started hitting. And this is going to be your first cache. And I really like this spot because if you want to, you can just, he was probably using it to slide down into the water. Oh. Who's coming after me? Who can come after me? Okay, Joshua Graham's out and about. Okay, but anyway, there is your first survival cache. Now we'll go back through, I'll meet you down in the river, and we'll go to the first actual camp. Okay, come back out into the East Virgin, and you'll notice I'll have followers of Chalk standing right here. He does not need to come with me on this. And I'll explain why once I get down here. Now you're going to run down the river out towards the main area in Zion Valley. And off to your right, you'll notice that you'll have another cave marked, Fallen Rock Cave, as Taboo. And we're going to sneak in here. Actually, I don't know why I'm sneaking. I don't have to. There's no enemies in here. And as you come into this cave, you'll realize you got tripwires. And the reason why I left followers with Chalk behind is... Where's it at? There. He sets off mines. Now, yeah, with Lightstep, I don't set them off. but it really sucks when you're sitting there looking at a mine. He walks up to you. Do they really play with pieces of paper for money? And then bam, 1/4 to 1/3 of your hit points is gone. Okay. Now with the tripwires, you'll often find shotguns nearby, and that's what the tripwires are, just shotgun triggers. And if you'll come further into this cave, let's see, to the right you'll see another tripwire, which fires that shotgun into this gas tank, making it explode and throw that mine right into you. This is one of the more... Whoever designed these traps for the game did a real good job. And we're assuming that this guy at some point just got killed by the traps. If you'll read into it, he had a lot of deadfall traps as well. And this is where you'll find another recharger pistol. Use that to upgrade. Oh wow, another mine right here. Yeah, this little spot can kill you if you don't know what you're doing. And then to the left, you'll see his first camp. Tripwire at the bottom. And this one is one of the more basic camps. You'll see that just a campfire, little bedroll, and here's your second survival cache. Terrain, flamer fuel. And we see where he kept his diary. Year 2077, October 28th, 5 days on foot, still can't sleep. Outside it's like nothing happened. Sky looks wrong, that's all. Hike back to overturned national truck near Turkville after Blisters Hill, maybe. Looks like USGS team was researching something here in the cave. Cleared out when the bombs fell, left equipment behind. Probably thought they had families to run back to. October 29th. Care or Char. I think it's pronounced. I think this is short for Charlotte. Char must have said this out loud 1,000 times walking here. Maybe writing it will feel more like you heard. You were right. I was north of the Spanish Fork, took the 77 along Provo Bay to steer clear of town. Would have been home in an hour. Engine died, truck just stopped. So did a Chrysler in the other lane. Knew right away. First new kit, Salt Lake City, inside of a minute. I was looking south, lucky man. Flash behind me so bright the world looked like it was on fire. Old couple from the Chrysalis started screaming they can't see. Didn't watch you die. Didn't watch you die, car. Saved my eyes. Counted 12 more flashes in the next 7 minutes. Ground shook each time. 18 seconds later. Wow. When nothing hit for half an hour, took a look. Globe of fire where you and Alex died. Didn't kid myself. Didn't know what to do. Grabbed my pack and rifle. Saw the old couple, sat them against the car, let them hold and comfort each other. Told them I was going to go get help. Everything would be okay. One bullet through both heads, instant. 5 day hike back to Zion. You told me stop running off to the wild. Man belongs with his family. You were right. 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 Wasn't there to hold you and my boy. Died without me. Never touched you or him again. Should shoot myself what I deserve. Kent, maybe soon. October 31st. Black rain falling outside. Geiger jumping. Should let it kill me, but bottling water from back of cave all the same. November 2nd. Sounds dead outside, but can't look. Geiger goes lethal 15 feet from mouth cave. Do the math. Radiation goes down before water runs out, or I'll never leave this cave. Year 2078. January 1st. Happy New Year. 2 months in 2 months in cave, still lethal outside. Don't get it. The army said it was 2 to 4 weeks clear fallout. Less than a month's water left. Been mopping condensation off the cave walls, wringing shirt into bottles. Trading calories for H2O. Food stocks holding, thanks USGS. If there was even a chance I'd see the two of you again, I'd run outside. January 10th. Sounds like a windstorm out there for 2 days. Radiation down 500. What happened? January 15th. Took a peek. Snow. It glows green. January 28th. Radiation low enough I could risk short exposure outside. More important, cave string now drinkable if I use rad drugs. January 30th. There's nothing alive out there. And what I like about this, activate disarmed. I don't think it gives me a gun. I think it gives me just ammo. You'll disarm the trap. 20 gauge round added. Okay. As they had Rad-X and Radaway before the war, and that's how he was surviving. He was taking Radaway and Rad-X in order to survive the situation. And so this seems to be the very first place that he set up. But at some point he had to leave this cave. And I keep seeing this, but I don't really know where the gun is at. Or if there's a mine or what it's supposed to set off. But anyway, at some point he did leave this cave. And we're going to see if we can follow his route. Okay, I know where I need to go. I'm just going to totally ignore that bus. I ain't going to go near it. And I will meet y'all when I get close to where I'm actually going. Okay, I'm back out to where I entered into. Joshua Graham's at. And I'm going to take the route I think that he took to leave the valley, or to leave that cave. I have a feeling he came up this walkway, basically the way we came in. Alright. And really, Animal Friend perk does make this a little bit of a trivial DLC. Bus down there, not interested in it. See, I think I came from down there, but we are going to be going this way. Okay, and we see a couple of dead horses fighting a white leg. Oh yeah, this DLC is the only place you are able to get a shish kebab. Hit points, -2 for 5 seconds. Not really much. But I think he crossed this bridge. Something I just love. This guy's just face down here in front of his toolbox. Sting gauge assembly. It just shows how quickly people died when the bombs hit. And he might not have come this way, but it's implied that he wandered this valley pretty extensively. But he probably came back down into the river. To where you can see the second cave that's marked as taboo. Two Skies Cave, and it is located, let's see, right here at the tip of this little peninsula, I guess. And we'll walk in here and see what we can find. I don't think there's any enemies in here. But here we go, we got another tripwire. The man was obviously paranoid, and this is possibly one of the best traps I've seen, because unless you're really looking for it, you're not going to see the tripwire, and you're definitely not going to see this shotgun pointing right at you. Like I said, whoever designed this game and put those traps in did a real good job. Okay. There is a back door. I really don't want to go to it. You know, there's a reason for having 100 sights. Perimeter. Does not end in ER. Log in. Romco. Electric door control. Yes. And that turns off that, so we can just wander right on in here and see what he's got going on. Now you can go a long way around. I think that's locked, average, yeah. And then here you can see where he has set up shop again. From here on out, you're going to find cleavers, places where he's been actually cooking food, and built up shelters. You can see where he's been chopping wood and actually keeping stockpile so that he can keep his fire going. Come in here, and where is the... There it is. And here's our third survival cache. Bullets, bobby pins. Don't need that, don't need that. Hold on to it for later. Now, activate terminal. And why he kept a diary, I don't know, but let's see. Year 2083, May 5th. The comeback goes on. Add prickly pear to the list of survivals with honey mesquite, banana eucalypt, odd nodules, and mutations, but safe to eat. Harvesting oh so carefully, never take more than a fifth. Mouth waters every time I'm about to eat something that isn't from a can. May 7th. Clouds for those stinging flies near fallen tree I call the napper. Little flashes in the clouds, sometimes dragonfly sized that zaps them in midair, then scoops them up. Something new. Bighorn sheep, a family. Ram, you, and a little one. Fucking goddamn it. I don't understand that. I guess he's upset that there's a family and he's lost his. May 20th. The sheep were different. Brawny, you had curved horns just like the ram. Seen some tiny lizards, but this is the first time I've seen an animal that big. Fingers crossed. 5-10 years of breeding. Fresh meat, hides and horns. I know it's time to go back. I know it's time to go back, Care, when winter has passed. Okay. June 14th, just got back. Tired, good scrounging along the way. Ended up dragging back a cart of stuff. Right tomorrow, sleep. June 15th, departed April 10th, walked to Salt Lake City, took 15 days. Would have been 7 to 9 back in the old days, but had to circle pockets of radiation and foraged along the way. Don't know what I was thinking. Imagine I'd find my house, dig through the rubble, find something. Your bones, I hoped, and little nuts. Would have buried them here in Zion, maybe. Salt Lake City is mostly craters, warped steel girders where the high rises sat, mounds of bricks. Never found our house, didn't even find the street. What wasn't a crater was scorched clean. Want to believe it was fast. A flash, both of you vaporized. Lies to make me feel better. I'll never know. Which part of the city got hit first? Northeast. Maybe you both died in a blink. Further away and you would have burned alive, screaming, or blast of broken glass and bits of brick and wood splintering, shredding you like hamburger. Look at it, coward, and listen. Don't turn away and face it. If you'd been brave, lucky man, you would have found a spot and blown your brains out. But not you. You took your time walking back. Made a shopping trip out of it, scrounger. The truck is still there on 77 north of the Spanish Fork. The chrysalis too, but no sign of the old couple's bones. Outside Neffy, I caught a trail. 3 men. Tracks heading towards Fountain Green. Thought about following them, but didn't. Stupid fantasy of friends, more likely cannibals. June 20th. Took 2 days to build door and electrify it. No soliciting, assholes. Home sweet fucking home. And so he did go back to Salt Lake City. I wonder. Let's see, 7-day hike, 15 days. It's probably about 100 or so miles away from Salt Lake City. I wonder if I could actually, if I looked at it, if I could find this place on the map. Year 2095. September 20th. I count 28 of them. 11 adult males, 8 females, 9 children ages 2 to 10. Some rifles and pistols in bad repair. Old world clothes, ratty. Got close enough last night to hear them talk. Spanish, I think. From Mexico? I heard them say paradiso a bunch. Think that means paradise. Here to stay then. Seems harmless. Scene. October 5th. The one I call Maria is pregnant. Think the father is Jose. But she spends a lot of time with Pablo too. October 7th. Pedro ran out to pee in the stream and would have seen me if he'd just looked to his left. Too close. Need to give him space. November 10th. Jose broke his leg chasing a bighorn. Too far from camp for them to hear. Told myself to leave it be, but cut 300 yards from their camp. I did my best Jose screaming imitation until a bunch of them came looking. Then strung them along to the crest where they could hear the real Jose. Probably useless. Compound fracture broke the skin. November 11th. Infection. So many goddamn words, nearly the same. I think I'd be fluent. But anyway, Jose's legs got the worst of it, so he's going to die. Nature for you. Of course, they're giving prayer a try. November 12th. Left a bottle of antibiotics on a rock outside their camp last night. They thanked God. Dios, of course. Although that little asshole saw fit to burn the world, but still care enough to leave some medicine on a rock. November 15th. Jose will be always limp, but otherwise he'll be okay. Good deed of the month. Will they make it through winter? And so we see he's scrounging a lot. He actually went back to Salt Lake City. Apparently he's got a wide area that he actually goes to. Don't need right away, that's secure. And I believe there is enough stuff in this cave to make a weapons repair kit. And we have some immigrants from Mexico coming in. And as we learned from what is his name? As we learned from Raul, you know, there were survivors in Mexico. Now, how they ended up coming up all the way here, well, I guess when you got nothing, that's a good motivation to go somewhere else. But he's got some Mexicans now. Or some Latinos anyway, and he's looking over them. Giant rat. And let's see. And the next place we gotta go is right here. So I'm gonna meet y'all up there. Because it's gonna be a little bit of a trek. If anything interesting happens, I'll stop the recording or I'll bring it back. Well, I was leveled up right there. But anyway, I was coming here anyway to look at this. I think this is the guy that we're researching, the survivalist. Because the people in the valley ended up worshiping him like a god. And notice the 22's written over here. And the skulls above it. We're about to get to that. And he did have a wife and child. I'm wondering if this is actually supposed to be him. But the thing is, they would not have known about these two, I don't think. But yeah, I like the gun raining down on 22. And what? Okay. Anyway, I'm about to continue on. Ha! Just his tail is sticking out, but at least I've got the bug stomper 3. Trouble is, it really doesn't help me anywhere other than here. Sneak this way. There was a White Legs Dead Horse battle going on. Looks like the White Legs won this one. One down. Okay, not exactly what I was hoping to do. Whew. I don't think I can handle three of them coming after me. 2 down. Oh, shoot. Ah, he hit me. Oh, that was stupid on my part. I should have done that. Okay, I'm back hitting. Let's see what the damage is. 15 hit points. God. But it could have been a lot where I should have went around him. Should have went around them. And here we are at the plane crash. What I want to show y'all about this, and what I really love is, it's obvious that this plane crashed because the bombs went off. We got a wing knocked down. But until recently, I did not realize that I'm down here. We got a whole bunch of wreckage. It looks like some people survived. Now you would think they might have fallen off along with the cargo, but you can see here where this guy was eating around the bag. And here you have a food and healing stuff inside this bag. Over here we have 2 other people. Cram, baseball buff out. But here we have other healing items and food. So, I don't know if these individuals just grabbed this stuff up and tried to climb down and fell to their deaths. Which is what I'm just assuming. But this guy was eating. So maybe he actually survived the fall. How about these over here? Yeah, no real sign. They might have brought some food out, but or they might have all fallen over here. That's as far as this guy got. You know, this is the stuff about Fallout that I really love. You can tell there was a story here. That it wasn't just a plane crash. There was stuff that was going on after the plane crashed up there. Now let me move on to the next part. Carefully. I should have never taken that.
You are the one Joshua Graham sent to us. Blessings of the Father in the cave on you. Daniel is waiting for you.
And here we learn about Father in the cave. And this is who we are.
Have you not heard of the God of the New Canaanites? He is our protector and our judge. He helped our ancestors find their place here in Zion. He gave us many gifts, but we are not to seek him out. His caves are forbidden to us. Those who seek them out are taken from us.
That doesn't sound like what I've heard about the new Canaanites.
Perhaps you do not fully understand the new Canaanites. I have seen the Father's images. His holy bride and holy son were given unto the world to save it. They dwelt in the caverns of the mountains, caverns which can still be seen today. The people sinned against him, and were punished with the end that came in fire and the loss of the holy tongue. Only the new Canaanites were spared.
I see, that's fascinating.
I'm sure Daniel could tell you more. His knowledge of the Father is greater than my own.
Okay. And that's Walking Cloud. We will get to her later.
Then I will look forward to our next speaking.
You know, I mainly talked to her because this is the father of the cave is who we are researching in this episode. Now the next one is up there, and it's going to take me a little bit to find my way up. So I'll meet you when I find the cave. And here we are. We'll come along to this side, and where we find Stonebone's Cave. And this is actually inside of the Sorrows camp. And as you walk in, you'll notice there's 4 dead bodies here. Just let me look through here. Never really been able to locate the 5th one. But anyway, you have 4 dead bodies. Oh, and another tripwire. I don't know why I'm disarming those. I mean, 2 whole hit points. Or 2 whole experience points. Where is... Not exactly sure what that tripwire is supposed to set off. Oh well, moving right along. Another tripwire sets off this mine. Man, they did a good job of setting up traps. Come over here. Another tripwire. And come down here, you'll see where he's actually set up a steel. He actually put some time into making this area out. 2 steels, what is that? I think it was making alcohol. Anyway, and you can see where he set up a log. Go ahead and sit. Where he would just sit down here and read books. Let's say that's what the tripwire sets off. Yeah. And as you continue to wander around, you will eventually find this place. And yes, he's got another well set up camp. I didn't realize he had a laser rifle in here. Reloading bench footlocker. He's actually built himself up. And here we find the Desert Ranger combat armor. and I'm assuming that he was it's either war surplus or he was in the Desert Rangers. And this is actually, no, don't want the helmet. Damage threshold 32 or 22, and it really doesn't look half bad. So this is going to be her new look for a while. But while we're here, we need to figure out what in the world was going on. Year 2096-1. February 11th. Fuckers killed all the men. I think they would have taken the women alive, but Maria and Selena opened fire and some of the others went for their guns, so they shot them down and some of the kids with them. If I could have warned them. February 12th. Elena, Carmen, and 5 of the children still alive, being kept in a pen. There are more than 100 of these assholes in the blue suits, and every suit says 22 on the back. Why? Armed to the teeth with submachine guns. Guns, pistols, estimated 60% male. Everyone seems to follow a dark-haired guy, but can't get close enough to tell. Assholes are disciplined. Patrols, sentries, they mean business. Say I go in at night and get the women and children out. Where to next? But I've got to get them out. Have to. February 13th. Recon night. Well-organized sentries along most approaches, but stream not covered. Are they sick? Lots of coughing fits. Tuberculosis? Women and children still in pen. We'll try to infiltrate by stream tomorrow night. February 14th. They ate them. I love that. That's just, you can tell right there, they ate them. And that is the only entry. After that, it goes into ambush along River Trail, 6 males killed. Heard their coughing a mile away. Used their grenades to booby trap bodies. Kept half secured 6. Used their grenades to booby trap bodies. Kept half. Secured 6 submachine guns, 500 rounds, 10 millimeters. 6 frags. February 20th. Ambushed along Riverside Trail. 2 males died. Checking bodies. Killed 2 more with rifles. Shot 1 through the calf. Let the asshole crawl off to spread the message. Coughed like I'd shot him through the lung. February 23rd. Ambush. Half a mile east of Coal Pits Wash. 8 males killed. 2096 Part 2. February 28th. Ambush in the Narrows. 6 males killed. Took 10 millimeter through the thigh, steel jacket. Missed femoral. Lucky. Used tourniquet to make sure no blood splattered on rocks to cave. Have set booby traps all along entrance passage, but if they find me, it'll be a matter of time. Still, 24 confirmed kills in 10 days. Equals less than 1/3 of their combat force. Not bad for an old man. March 2nd. Lucky, 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 lucky. Patrol was small. 3 men. Screaming woke me. Point man caught under deadfall. Panic fire ricocheted into the cave. Almost hit me. Crawled forward and killed them with submachine guns. Nearly used frags. Stupid. Finger and pin when I remembered ricochet. Leave it at once. No other patrols in the area, but they'll be searching Narrows for these 3. Taking as much food as I can drag with me, heading to the cave south. And now we see why there are dead bodies at the cave entrance. But he talks about 3 dead. Well, he killed 3. 1 in a deadfall. But he set up shop here, and they discovered him. So he had to run out. Okay, how in the world? And that is why I showed y'all that market with the dead 22s. The man in the cave took up a one-man war against the people who escaped from Vault 22 and came into this area. And apparently they were cannibals, or they practiced cannibalism. And he took exception to that. But what happened to the Vault 22 people? Why don't we go look? soon as I can get down from here. And before I leave here, here's another thing I just love. You can see where somebody was just sitting here eating, having a can of beans and a Coke maybe, and rocks fell right on top of them. And you can take his Kettleman cowboy hat, which I ain't gonna wear, but it's just little stuff like that that give the game feeling that you're not just wandering through some area. It's a place that has lived. Continuing on. Hello everybody, I'm the Nerdy Old Man. This episode lasted a little bit longer than I thought it should, so I'm going to go ahead and break it right here. This is going to be the end of this little part. I'm going to take it up again very shortly. I've got the entire thing recorded, and I will post it again probably later on this afternoon. Until then, I appreciate y'all watching. I'm the Nerdy Old Man signing off. If y'all would just hit that like, share, and subscribe, and y'all take care. Bye.